Hello Taurus, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for tuning in for your reading for the rest of January 2022. That's interesting. So I just want to quickly remind everybody that these reads are general, so just take what does resonate and leave what doesn't. Okay, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that now or during or at the end of the video. If you want to, and or leave me a comment or a thumbs up, or just let me know how it gets on goes for you, how this gets on for you. So it's there's something like a little bit knee-jerky at the moment, that the energy here it's like start here for you at the moment that's coming up. And like I'm recording this, like this is like on the 10th of January 2022 that I'm recording this. So there's been a lot of indecision making. There's something going on anyway. It's not bad, it's just like movement really. Okay, so I'm going to start with these. I don't feel like something's been made, or something is clear to you or become clear to you at the moment too. So that could be why this this energy is a little bit like, I just want to use the phrase, knee-jerky, like stop-start, and that is not clear, basically. So reaction is the first. So this is my Energy Earth Oracle deck here. That I'm using, or Sacred Earth. I keep calling it Energy Earth. Sacred Earth Oracle deck here. So reaction is the first card. I'm going to take this one. Magnetism is the next card that's come out here for you. And so we're doing a mind, body, soul spread, or a row across, but it's also, these messages are, I'm an intuitive, I do medium work, and things come up like psychically at times, depending on what comes through. So, and with the tarot and the oracle, but so, there's a mix that comes through these messages. Stretch here is the third card that comes out, and then repetition here on the soul level. Okay, so we're just going to move along here. They're moving quite quickly because I feel like you may have felt like, not wasted time, but there's something that's like getting moving. The energy is getting moving. So, but it may seem a little bit slow for you. It's like, what is going on? And this is kind of where that feeling is like, okay, what has left you in a bit of feeling, oh, that's revealed that. Maybe feeling a little bit in limbo at the moment. So I'm just going to do, pull cards this way. Because one, it's a little bit quicker, and two, it's more drawn to do it that way, mostly, okay, for that way. Okay, so we're just going to go with these cards, so, and this one, so, because a lot of information comes out without me having to, like, draw out a lot of cards, but I like to draw out a few cards on saying that. So here we have reaction here. So there's something, there may be a reaction to something. There's a sense of sadness, or a sense of sadness that's in there, and I just feel like there's a sense of bewilderment is the word. It's like, what has just happened, or what is happening here, but I'm hearing like there's also a reaction to something that somebody has said or done or not completed or not follow through with, and it's kind of maybe left you in a space of, what the hell or what next. So there's something about lovers here with the card. I'm more drawn to this card now, going down with the Knight of Cups. So there may be something to do with maybe a love relationship there with some of you, not all of you, or someone that you love. But I feel like there's something, maybe for some of you, this will be about your relationship with yourself that you're building with yourself. But also I feel like some of you, there may be a deeper bond or a relationship with your partner. If you are in a relationship, some of you, I feel like there is somebody leaving or somebody coming into your life as well. But there is a reaction from whatever is going on there with it to do with a love-based relationship. Whereas there's a sense of sadness, but there's a sense of the word I'm hearing is grief as well, and so it may be something to do not necessarily with somebody in the physical now, but it could be something that somebody that's passed away, you know, many years ago, and or where there is a sense of grief there, or something coming, or remembering. So there could be something that you're reminded of about with that person who has passed. But there's something about also about relationships, like you know, some of you there may be an ending, and some of you it's like there may be something with, you know, with this a new partner coming in, where you may be feeling, you know, reminded of new, you know, about that past relationship as well. So, and that could be where the grief has come from. So, or the sadness has come from, and it's like, and for some of you, I feel like there's a happy sort of a happy sort of a sadness in a way. So it's like there's that sense of relief in a way that I'm hearing with that, with this grief, that you're actually, you know, moving on from something, or you were seeing something, and not so much a relief, but there's that acceptance and knowing, like I say, with somebody who's passed away, like where you've come from, there's a sense of achievement with this with that, in the sense that you've moved on from something, basically, is where they're going from that. So I wouldn't be surprised if you know of somebody that's in spirit that is like coming through with, you know, bringing you that they're very pleased for you in the movements that you're going through. And it could be, like I say, someone that's in the past that's passed on, that is, you know, bringing through a message for you that's like, you know, as well, that you may be sensing, and they're very pleased for you that you've gone, or you've built on this relationship, either with yourself, with somebody else, or you're moving out of one, okay, and moving towards a new one. It could be possibly, or leaving an old one to be moved into a new one. Because here we have the Eight of Pentacles here, so there's something about rebuilding or building, you know, something new there, and it could be to do with like health-wise, financial, or family. So on saying that, so there's a building connections, and, you know, or learning something new. It could be, you know, in order to bring, you know, your finances into because I'm hearing like finances, to bring your finances together, or building on that. So there could be an opportunity that's coming through that you've seen, and you're needing to learn something new or develop something new, an idea, and bring it in, because he's sitting at his desk there, and he's looking at this coin. It's like, where am I going? What can I do with this? You know, this idea or this opportunity, and where might that take me? So interesting, we have, and on a physical level here, magnetism. So it's like, when you know, what is it that you're drawing towards you, that you, when you take action. So this is about taking action with something or someone. And I love this because there is actually two birds in here. If you look, you know, in energy, I feel like I want to call them energy birds, that are drawn together. And, you know, and there's probably three, but I'm seeing definitely two, but it's the energies, you know, that they've been attracted together because they share the same thing, or they share a similar thing in what I'm hearing. They're sharing something similar as to what is, you know, needing to come together to make something fruitful or abundant, or prosperous. So whatever it is like using with this High Priestess, is talking about listening to your intuition as you're moving in the direction where you're wanting to go. So then we have the Page of Cups here, which is like talking about here is, you know, there's something about going into something new, exploring his emotions also. But I do feel like there's something, you know, in listening, you know, there's something, maybe something like where they're going here is like, you know, with intuitively, is why with this High Priestess coming through here in the water signs, you know, and, you know, listening to your intuitions. And I feel like there's something about building new relationships, because whatever is happening here, it allows you to build a new relationship with yourself, but also with others and other people as well. So it's like looking, I feel like I want to say looking outside of the square. Stay grounded, be grounded with your, you know, as you go through this time, because there's like, there's something about you moving on. I'm being drawn to the butterflies. You know, there's new stuff, new abundance, new stuff coming to you. I want to say stuff because there's a lot of things that are happening, you know, opportunities out there, but there's new growth. And I can see, you know, there's a few butterflies in there that are with these horses, so seahorses here. So there's something to do, finding that balance with emotions and things like that as you're moving forward, because whatever it is, and ideas as I get, I'm getting as well with that. Wow. Because I feel like you're forging forward, but there's something maybe you may be, holding, holding off or uncertain with it, but putting out what it is that you want, and, with that emotional, because I'm talking about, with our emotions, it's feeling it basically. Putting that emotion is, what is it do I want? And if you're going to be mindful of what that emotion is or what those thoughts are, because, we are wanting to attract what it is that you do want to be given, have in your life, not what you don't want. So it's like, don't worry about that one or leave that there. Just go forward and focus on what you do want. So there's something about it, some plans might change. And that, so, and you maybe, and so they're just saying, listen to your intuition, your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, and your soul is also talking about something. So here, stretch, I feel like this is not just stretching on the spiritual, on the spiritual road here. It's not just stretching I feel like it's your body, that too, but that helps. But stretching your mind as well, and your body, your spirit, and your soul. Your soul is being stretched, but it's like on saying that, but it's stretching you out to, like, stretched out so for you to understand something, see something, and listening to your soul, what your soul is trying to tell you, or for you. For some of you, anyway, you'll get this more like maybe right now when you hear this, but it may not make sense to you until near the end of the month. But this is like stretching yourself outside of your comfort zone, basically, and stretching out, what the mind perceives, because there's something there with, the Wheel of Fortune here. And if you do, if you do, this is more likely to happen. Things are going to turn around with the Wheel of Fortune. And so, like, this is about, you being more in control of your finances, or be more able to be in control of it, you being the head or leading the way by being in the center, because I'm just being drawn to the center here with this Wheel of Fortune. And things go around in a cycle, but it's like, depending on your choices, it will depend on, which way it's going to, the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn, or the wheel is going to turn. So it's something, I feel like this is about you, like, stretching your mind or your energy out to see what else is possible, basically. We have here the Four of Pentacles, which is in reverse. So there may be something where, this card typically talks about, being, well, tight with your money, or tight with energy, tight, not really wanting to share much or give out much. So this is about giving and receiving. So with it being in reverse, I'm feeling like it's like you may be feeling more, where are they going with that? More open to other things. So because this is definitely you, Taurus, it's like turning something around where you may have been a little bit frivolous with money, but it may be now you're needing to, like, look at how you are spending your money, and be a little bit more mindful, not tight, but mindful. And so there's this balance, finding this balance of giving and receiving as well, with yourself and with others. As well, but there's something about something is turning around. So I feel this, and it might be a stretch with financially wise, but energetically, this is where all this energy, keeping your energy in a space where it's of abundance, it's of prosperity, it's of you are working towards. So it's in physical energy, not just a mental, emotional energy, but it's all helps if you're on the same page, with what you're thinking, doing about in life. And it's like looking out, what else is possible that I haven't seen yet. And I feel like there's some of it's like this fear of, not having enough as well in there. So, but there's something about, stretching yourself outside of that, because something is turning around, or something will turn around, if you follow, if you're in a good space to be able to attract it, okay, or magnetize it to you, draw it to you. Oh, well, repetition, and keep repeating that, because you know, I feel like there's probably been a repetitive cycle that you're trying to break as well. So in that way, where you know, you do, like you get caught up with something or somebody else's, you know, something else or what somebody else wants to do, but not doing what you want to do. And there's also, you know, because the devil card is here, so there may be something, you know, some old habits and things, and something that you, or even something, you know, that's, I feel like for some of you, there may be some old habits that have come forth that have been triggered that you're wanting to like release again. So that'll maybe coming up, and it's maybe you've gone back into some old habits, is like what I'm hearing for some of you. But I feel like whatever it is that's with this last card here on a soul level, that you're going to be able, you're moving away from that, okay? So, and I feel like you've been guided to move away from that, but there's some guidance in helping you to move away from that, from either someone in spirit or someone in the physical. But there is something, you know, with the Six of Swords here, is like you've got enough, you know, information, or you've got enough knowing, and you make a decision. This is about you deciding what it is that you want to do in order to achieve what it is what you want to do, be, given, have in your life. And that one, there seems to be quite a big one, but there's something more. So sometimes we've got to let go of some old patterning, some old ways of thinking, or some ways of thinking that, you know, that don't serve us for our highest good, or for your highest good in this case. But, you know, so there's something I feel like for some of you, it's like really the devil card is there. It's like, do I go this way or do I go that way? Well, you know, that sort of thing. There's mind games that are playing, because this is that Six of Sword there. So it's like, and what ifs, you know, those sorts of things. So, and it's like breaking a cycle. I feel like this is definitely, this repetition with the devil card is talking about basically breaking a cycle. And allowing, because I've just been showing, you know, notice with the moon that things go around in a cycle, you know. So in watching what your energy levels are like. So you may be going through something a little bit emotional, because it's interesting with this repetition and reaction here. There's this energy in the corner there, where there is that sense of her being, you know, sad, basically, or I'm hearing the other word is overwhelmed about something, and it could be with the change, but I feel like there's, you know, sometimes when there is change around, and change coming up, or we're going through change, it can be an emotional time. So it's like, you know, and it can, you know, revel up some things, or bring up some things that, you know, we'd rather not like want to look at or face, and things like that. But they're, in order to move forward or move on, or, you know, in whatever direction, to do in order to create change, we have to change, basically change something, do something different, you know, whatever that is. So beautiful. It's like you're moving, you know, there's something moving, and I feel like this is like, you know, and you may be like going through this and processing, you know, a few things, not just one thing, but there's in a way, a chain reaction, but it's just amazingly powerful, I feel. And that's how I look at it, even though it might not be so at that time. But if you look, this is where they're talking about looking into the future, as to when, you know, as you're moving through this, you know, you're releasing some amazing stuff, and you're moving into something beautiful and brand new. The Chariot here is an awesome card here. So there's something really in movement here. Like there is in this card, there is something moving. And there's like direction, and it's not so much directionless, but whatever is moving could be moving quite fast for you. And that's maybe what some of this is about, that something is moving quite quickly. And it's like, but there are, what am I seeing in here? I'm just drawn to the reins. Now there are reins on this card with these horses. So it's basically, I feel like you are in control of whatever it is that you want to do. There's no black and white, depending on how you look at it. Some people may look at this in a black and white situation, and it could be for you that you might see something black and white. But I feel like, you know, there's balance with the black and the white. There's balance. So because these horses, like, they're ready to get moving, and I feel like there's something about you ready to get moving as well, with whatever it is that is presenting to you at this time, and or going to be. Beautiful with the Chariot there. So 7, you know, that's number 7 in the deck, in the major arcana side of things. in the deck. So there's something like, you know, change, turning point there for you, probably, I would say. Lovers, look at that. So lovers, see, I feel like there is something to do. There's maybe a change in a love relationship. It is like, you know, what you put out, you will receive, basically, where they're going with that. So it's like there is a spiritual journey, listening to your intuition. I feel like for some of you, there, you know, there's maybe a change in a pathway with relationships for some of you, not all of you. And it may be that, you know, not necessarily for you, some of you that are in a relationship that you're going to part. It could be that your relationship, whatever, there is something new that's in it, because she's the one in the bride, the one in the white dress here is, you know, she's like, I'm feeling like she's pregnant, because I just looked at this card and she looks pregnant. So there's something new blossoming. It could be that there's something new blossoming within the relationship that you're already in, or it could be that there's something new that's blossoming within you that you're ready to move forward, or you would like to move into. You're ready to move into a relationship. And some of you who, you know, who have got something or taking the next step. Others of you who have, you know, not got anyone in your life at the moment, it could be that you're more ready to, or you're open to moving, you know, allowing somebody to come into your life, and somebody, you know, or just, you know, moving into that space, that way of thinking. The Ten of Cups, oh, that's really nice, because look at that tree there. I'm really liking this tree. This has come up in the last deck as well. So there's something, you know, on an emotional level with relationships with yourself, you know, basically I'm hearing there's like is coming together, some sort of balance, and you're ready to move into, you know, something that's unified or together, that's coming together. You know, I'm just keeping going back to my relationships and people within your life, basically. And it could be a love relationship as well, like you're ready to take the next step. And, you know, there's something about, some of you might have blended families, which is kind of being, so you're ready to take the next step in that. And some of you, there's maybe more balance where you're ready to take the next step in whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be on a relationship, or it could be with your intuition as well, something that, which is that you're ready to grow and you're listening to yourself even more on a personal note. But there's something about you not holding on, basically, in being able to like receive, give and receive, that, find that balance. So stretching your imagination, stretching your thinking, your perspectives, and thinking, and think way you think. And here we have the Two of Pentacles. So there's something moving on, and this is you like grounding and like moving, exchanging energy. I feel with what they're doing here is like there's something that you're wanting to build on and shift, and there's something that, you know, I'm being drawn to this infinity sign here, or the number 8 sign there, and I feel like there's 3 generations there. So there's something about you, you know, bringing together all that knowledge and wisdom and taking it forward into this next part of your life, or this next phase of your life. It could be to do with relationships, but not only that, but, you know, there could be a business that you are working on, a brand new one, or something that you're developing more. And it could be, you know, with to do with a family members or something like that, or in your energy levels, or a health, or something to do with health. So there's all those sorts of things that are coming through there, and it could be either one or a few things that you are taking into consideration as to, or all of them that you're taking into consideration as to, like, weighing it up as to where to next. So I feel like there's something about an opportunity, and, you know, in disguise has come about, and maybe some of you have even wondered if that was going to happen, but you thought you'd take a look down this avenue, and it's like, so I feel like there's something. It's kind of is really super moving for you, but it's really, you know, what it is that you're wanting to do and how that looks for you. That is, you know, obviously totally up to us how that moves forward. But looking at this, it's like there are things that are shifting, and the energy is moving, and you will end up, you know, there's something about you're in search of anything, but you're moving away from something, obviously that probably isn't very, you know, too you know, could be toxic for you, but with this Two of Pentacles, there's something new there that you, and within that you can develop outside of that. Okay, yeah, that's really interesting. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there now for you, Taurus. So I hope that makes sense to you. And I'll see you at the end of this month of January 2022. So have an amazing month of amazing growth and exciting. Anyway, bye for now.